3 stages: knowledge, consumption, application, experience. Stage 3, reflection. Once you have the knowledge, your knowledge can't sit there. You have to apply and experience. Now, the reason this is the most important part is because it leads to this. Let's take it a step back. People who have faced setbacks, you know in the back of your head, I should be trying to take the learning lesson from this. You know that in the back of your head. If I were to give you that advice now, you'd be like, yeah, I know, but I still think about it a lot. It still affects me. I don't know how to move on. It's because you haven't applied and experienced it enough. What that constant experience does to you, that knowledge consumption itself can't do, is the experience becomes a part of your character. Welcome to another video with your boy, Jotivational Speaking, man. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 stages of progression. Progression, developing, learning, being able to master yourself, master your craft. This video is mainly for the people who have consumed knowledge, but aren't really able to apply it or make the most of it. Without further ado, let's get straight to the video. So let's go ahead and start with the 3 stages. So first stage of learning, developing, mastering is obviously knowledge consumption. Stage 2, we have application and experience. Stage 3, we have reflection. Now let's start with stage 1, knowledge consumption. So this can be, you're obviously consuming knowledge, you're consuming external information, whether it be reading a book, you're watching a video, you're getting actual advice from somebody you personally know in real life, whatever the case may be. This is also the stage where when you consume, you get that moment of realization, you get that oh shit moment, learning something new. Moment of realization, learning something out of curiosity. For example, watching a video, etc., etc. This is the stage that most people tend to get stuck in. And we'll dive a little deeper into that in a second. So stage 2, we have application and experience. Now, these two go hand in hand because you will not get experience if you don't apply what you know. Seems obvious. Now, for the people who say, well, I'm here because I don't know how to start. So how am I going to be able to apply what I know if I don't know how to start or where to start? This could be a multitude of reasons. For one, you lack overall plan. You don't have a plan to what you're going towards. You have no structure within yourself and your plan. Those are 2 things. 3, you may lack confidence in yourself. You may lack trust within yourself and your plan. Make sure you review your plan accordingly and understand that all you need to do is just start, because you do not need to have every single step of the way figured out. That's when experience comes into play. Because if you had every single step of the way figured out, you'd be foretelling the future. Honestly enough, I wish I had that ability to tell the future, but I can't. And you can't as well, unless you're fucking Professor X or something. I don't know. Back to the topic. You will not gain that experience to build that confidence within yourself, that trust, if you do not start. So at the end of the day, if you have all those things checked off and you still can't start, understand that it all comes down to you now. If you do not start based off all those factors, you have your plan, you're ready to execute, yet you still find that you're scared to do it, it's time to tap in with yourself and understand that the only person that can move you forward in this journey is yourself. Let's go hand in hand. You don't apply, you won't get right experience. Right now, I am just providing a general summary of each stage itself. And later on, we're going to dive into how these all correlate and connect with each other, and how all of this can be applied to take action and put the knowledge you have to great use and application. Stage 3, we have reflection. Now, reflection is very straightforward. The most important things about reflection is being able to look at yourself objectively in an unbiased way. And the reason you should look at yourself objectively in an unbiased, unemotional way is because this will yield the best results in the most logical sense to your progression. Your brain has basically 2 parts. You have the logical part of your brain and you have the emotional part. Your logical part tends to see yourself for who you are, but your emotional part doesn't like it because you're dissecting yourself. And at that time, that's part of your identity, and your emotional part of your brain is saying, no, why are you, this is who I am. But if you want to be able to find your true self, you got to be able to look at the truth itself. And that's the logical part, the reality. Doesn't matter how you feel, doesn't matter who your identity is at the time, it's who you're willing to become and who you want to become. So reflection, being able to look at yourself objectively, looking at your strengths and weaknesses and how they apply to the situation you're in right now, and so on and so forth. You can apply any other things to reflection. We're going to look into how each of these stages correlate within each other and how you can apply this to be able to figure out why you have knowledge in the back of your head, but you're not able to bring that to the forefront and apply it to your real life. The number one reason these all connect, if you haven't put these together, is once you have the knowledge, your knowledge can't sit there. You have to apply and experience. Now, the reason this is the most important part is because it leads to this. Let's take it a step back, going into application experience. For example, if I were to learn a new sport, am I gonna be able to be proficient at it, play at a high level, if I'm just constantly consuming without applying and experiencing? Or people who play basketball out there, I can watch 1,000 videos on how to shoot, dribble, how to pass, how to do all these things. But if I don't apply it, am I gonna get any better? I may retain some of the information, and I may know in the back of my head while I'm applying it that, oh shit, maybe I should try that. But I'm not able to actually do it. I'm not able to actually put it together because I haven't experienced it yet, or I haven't been able to apply the knowledge I have enough. So where am I going with this example? For my people who have faced setbacks out there or obstacles, you know in the back of your head that I should be trying to take the learning lesson from this. You know that in the back of your head. If I were to give you that advice now, you'd be like, yeah, I know, but you know, I still like think about it a lot. It still affects me. Like, I don't know where to go from there. I don't know how to move on. It's because you haven't applied and experienced it enough. This varies for each and every person. If you're somebody who picks up on things quick and you learn on things quick, by the time you face a couple experiences, you'll be like, okay, shit. If you're open-minded enough, you're gonna say, this is not gonna happen again. You're gonna face the same experiences over and over again until it clicks in your head. That's what life does. That's what God does to you. That's what the universe does to you. Whatever it is you believe in, they will constantly throw these same experiences at you until it clicks in your head and you're able to move on from that. What that constant experience does to you is it's either gonna force you to change and really put into perspective, okay, I've been through this so many fucking times, I need to see why. And so in the future, when that same experience comes, you're able to just brush it off just like that. It's either that or you continue to let it affect you and you will never be able to progress or move forward because God is going to continue to throw those same tests at you until it clicks in your head. So now, where does that lead to? You want to change. You're fucking tired of it. That leads to reflection. What is happening? Why is this happening to me? And once you're able to identify what it is that caused that experience, that's when you can figure out the solution for it. Once you find the solution and you apply it, you have growth. Well, how does it just like magically pop in your head and now you just grow from there? No. What experience does to you that knowledge consumption itself can't do is the experience becomes a part of your character. Versus knowledge, it hasn't become a part of you yet. It's just something you can just recall off your memory. Oh yeah, I remember watching that video. I remember with this idea. But experience builds into your identity so that in the future, if you were to face it again, it's who you are. It's how you respond to the situation based on what you faced in the past. So now you responded in a different way. You responded in a way that works for you. That's the difference between your actual experience and how it relates to growth versus just pure knowledge consumption. Knowledge consumption is just straight memory. You see how this all correlates and how all of this connects? If you continue to apply this, you learn something new, you're able to apply what you've learned and experience it for yourself and reflect on it. You not only learn about future situations you can face, but you learn something about yourself. And for the people that are honestly just facing struggle right now, learning to embrace the struggle doesn't just make your ups better, your wins better, but it makes your downs easier. In the future, when you face those experiences again, I've been through this before. It's just another one of these. Oh man, I know what I need to do. Shit, this one, oh, this is similar to what I learned last time. Now I just gotta readjust my steps. The goal is still gonna be the same. Just gotta move around it. Now it appears that my Mac was low battery, so if that notification was annoying you guys, my fault. I didn't see it because I have this ring light right here covering that message, and I didn't really notice it. I was kind of locked in to the message I was trying to provide and locked in on the whiteboard, so my fault. But I will charge my Mac. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully this was able to open up some new perspectives. As always, that's what I'm here for. Connecting through experience and opening up new perspectives. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what you want me to cover next. Any videos you want me to react to, break down, or any topics you want me to cover in any other video, comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.